Hi, I'm FabuRocks, but my family calls me Fabu. I've been creating videos and live streaming since I was 7 years old, as a form of therapy that my parents, FabuMom and FabuDad, have created for me to overcome my speech delay, learning disability, and ADHD. Now that I'm older and overcome many challenges, my goal and plan is to empower others like me. That is why I am founder and leader of the Fabu Army, a clan that supports and empowers young content creators like myself. I'm the youngest Facebook gaming partner and youngest forum mixer partner. Hello everyone, welcome to the FabuRocks Podcast. I am your host, and with me today is FabuMom.
Hi.
And FabuDad.
Hello everybody.
Before we get started, I would like to give a massive shout out to our sponsors of this podcast, Turtle Beach, Rocket, and G Fuel. You guys are awesome. This is Season 1, YouTube Therapy, Episode 15, live streaming for the first time. At the end of the episode, we will be answering some questions that the Fabu Army and the Fabu fam have asked via Discord. If you have any questions, you could ask us on Discord. So let's get started. After 10 months of YouTube therapy, what were the results?
So after 10 months of YouTube therapy, the results were overwhelming. We had better results in 10 months than we had obtained in 2 years of conventional therapy with you, Fabu. So we were completely convinced that what we were doing was the best decision that we had ever made, which was to dedicate ourselves fully and completely to you and dedicate all of our time to you and to continue doing what we were doing.
No regrets?
None whatsoever at all. At that point, you were in second grade. You still weren't reading at grade level, but you had improved, and your teachers were all commenting how you were more social. You were very confident. You were willing to answer questions in class. You were very open to participating. So we were just ecstatic with the results.
Yes, everybody was noticing, not only at school, but friends and family. Everybody was noticing, and it was, I have to add, it was very noticeable. All the things, all the changes, the positive changes that
Improvements, yeah.
An improvement that Fabu it has made, especially in social level. When we go to a family gathering and things like that, people automatically will see that Fabu was not that shy. She was not anymore just sitting and not wanting to talk much and not wanting to do things. She was not only active but very talkative and very social. And let me tell you, it was very noticeable. It was very noticeable. And it's true what FabuMom said. We have experienced in 10 months. We had a result twofold that those 2 years that have gone by with Fabu. We were so proud of Fabu, proud of ourselves, and somehow we were able,
Proud of what we accomplished.
and we were able to breathe a little bit, that, like, hey, we have done everything so good and look at the results. But at the same time, we didn't put our guard down. We were always vigilant as, like, we need to continue doing better.
Yeah.
We need to continue doing this better and better and better, because we never know when Fabu is going to say,
I'm done.
I don't want this. I don't want that. And so for us, it was a job within itself, trying to make sure that we keep things fresh and new for Fabu. But obviously, we feel that we did a humongous improvement in those 10 months, from the different, from the whole DIY to the unboxing,
IRL.
to the IRL, to the gaming. Humongous difference. They once again, we will see in every aspect of Fabu, in a social level and in the school, around the house,
this was
everything.
around the time when in second grade, Fabu had written, she was asked to do an assignment on a Greek goddess or god, and Fabu had chosen to do her
Aphrodite.
her paper on Aphrodite, and her second grade teacher chose her to recite to read, actually, because you didn't do it by memory, but to read her assignments in front of the entire school during assembly.
I just want to say I actually memorized it. I said it like I am. The reason why she picked me was because I wasn't like the other kids looking at my paper, what to say. I was confident, and I think that it was.
You did. You're right. You didn't read from it at the assembly, right? You had it by memory.
Mm-hmm.
She did do it by memory, so it was huge. Like that happened, second grade. That would never ever have been able to have happened had we not been doing what we were doing with her. Honestly.
You know what? Let's take this time. Thank you, FabuMom and FabuDad, for making it a better me.
Oh, you're
and welcome. Another thing that we felt good and not only validated, but it gave us more incentive and reason why to keep on going. It was Fabu's teachers comments and reaction of, oh my god, Fabu is doing so great. Oh my god, she's doing humongous improvement. It seems that hey, mom and dad, you're really helping at home. We never said exactly what we were doing or anything, right? But we knew through their comments and things like that, they were doing good.
That's when you know you're doing a good job.
We were doing great. We were going because it's different when you see the results and all that on a daily basis. But when you see others distant as teachers, somehow distant, even though the teacher actually spend half of the day with your kids, but they don't know what's going on in the house. It's not that we sit with them, and talk to them like they were family either. But when you see that feedback, you go like, wow, that's great. But then you see the feedback of your family, where are the ones that spend the weekends and all that, and they know if she was born and everything. They tell you, that's a humongous difference that Fabu has done. Look at her. Look at this. Look at that. You feel like, oh my God, this is awesome. This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is great, because we have said this before. Even though that we were doing all these sacrifices for Fabu and everything, don't believe it was a lot of sacrifices that we were doing ourselves when it comes to to career and jobs and economic and all that. That a lot of the family members, not the teachers, but the family members, like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You should not do this. You shouldn't do that. And for the first time, I believe somehow that they were saying like, oh, it's worth it. It was worth it. Somehow, I think that for Mom and I, it feel a little bit more of a validation in that sense. For the first time that we didn't, obviously we're not going to get it from the teacher or anything like that, but from friends and family, because
that's
like
the one that counts.
Because we said it from before. Not everybody saw what we did as, oh, that's natural. That's every parent would do that for their kid. No, they saw like, that's crazy. You should have you should have just paid somebody to do it, and you continue with your career and your job, whatever. You're doing well, so don't mess that up. You continue doing what you're doing, and you do that, and when we took that drastic measure, we were not like applaud, like, oh my God, that's great choice.
Nope.
Yeah, we were heavily criticized. That's the truth. That's the truth. Facts there. That's the truth. We were heavily criticized by friends and family. Like we were nuts somehow. We were from another planet. It was like, no, you should. That's too drastic.
Well,
that's too drastic.
I think FabuDad now going to season 3.
Maybe we're gonna jump to season 3.
Jeez, FabuDad, got it.
But that's the reality. Somehow when people actually makes you feel like that, we didn't second guess ourselves, because we knew what we were doing was what we needed to do to be done as parents. But when you hear, 10 months,
your own parents are like,
yeah, when you hear after a short period of time, with just 10 months, it's only it's a very short period of time. You hear from those people like, that was pretty good.
Good choice.
That is great.
I'm glad you didn't listen to us.
Well, they didn't say that either.
No.
That was good. It makes you feel good somehow to hear somehow one way or another is like, you were right, we were wrong.
They didn't say that either.
No.
They didn't say that either.
Not in those words.
Not in those words. But you know, it felt good. It felt good. It felt good. It was a humongous change in those 10 months. Imagine, in those 10 months, now in 5 years, the change is gigantic.
After 10 months of YouTube therapy, did the community have any... Did they realize that we were doing therapy?
Well, after 10 months on YouTube, we had already a bunch of videos which had views and people commenting on the videos. But in reality, nobody had any idea as to what we were doing.
We just continued doing what we were doing, and let people make their comments or whatnot and whatever, and still answer some question, whatever, reply whatever comment. But that's pretty much it. We were just concentrated. We were too into and concentrated for what we were doing to worry about anything else. That's the fact. That's the truth. Our plan and our thing and our strategy, it was always, once again, and I have said this in different episodes, it was Fabu. Not
100%.
Community, not audience, not nothing. That to us, that was irrelevant. If we had 1 view, 500 view, 1 million view, to us it didn't matter. It just didn't. It was all about what are we doing with Fabu, what other, all rewards. It was what we were already obtaining with Fabu. For us, that was a big reward.
It was self-satisfying.
Yeah, to us, that was enough. Enough reward is all the things that we were obtaining with Fabu being social, all these things we have spoke before, not only in this episode, but in previous episode. For us, that was it. That was that reward. It didn't matter anything else. So, of course, nobody knew anything, neither we felt the need to address anything. It was just... it's just us doing us. And if somebody wants to watch it, great. You don't want to watch it, okay. You want to leave a comment, great. We made sure that whoever put a nasty comment for us to erase it.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's what we did. There was people leaving nasty, stupid,
very, very true.
trolly comments, and we erased it like, look, this person have spent a minute, 2 minutes of their life, something stupid, to make this comment. I feel so sad for this person. Yeah. It's gonna take me a second to erase it, and this person just spent 5 minutes of their life in this. So sad. I feel so sad for that person. And continue, and it always has been our attitude. Just continue.
Continue with the show.
Yeah.
By the way, in the previous episodes, you guys mentioned that you guys started Fabu Parents. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So at that point, after 10 months of working with Fabu and doing what we were doing with her and seeing all the great results, we were pretty excited, and we wanted to share what we were doing with other parents in our same situation, because not that we were experts at what we were doing, but we felt that we had a little bit of experience and wanted to maybe help other parents that were in that same situation that we were in not feel so alone, and just offer some sort of support. So we just were very excited and wanted to share that. So we created Fabu Parents. We created a YouTube channel, a Twitter account, only to find that Fabu,
she's not ready.
You were not ready. She wasn't ready to talk about it. She was absolutely against discussing it. She didn't want us to talk about it at all. So our Fabu Parent idea
went down the hill. the high hopes went really crashing down. It went really
put on pause.
Yep.
Yeah, we went as far as making one video. So I think that it was, like I said before, we felt so achieved, so accomplished, so great for the result that we already obtained with Fabu. And in the last 10 months, so happy with the teachers' feedback, so happy with our friends and family feedback, that somehow we were like, we need to say it. We need to say it. Like, this is great. We need to say it. We need to say it. Come on, we could say it. We could do this. I don't know. We feel that we need to share that excitement, that accomplishment. I don't know. For us, we feel that we needed to say it, not really paying attention to the facts that it was hard for us to do everything that we were doing, YouTube videos and all this thing with Fabu, that we were not gonna have the time to do it with another channel. But we didn't thought about that.
Yeah.
We just wanted to do it because we were so excited with everything, with the results and everything, that we're like, we need to do it. We need to do it. So with that enthusiasm, we did that
motive.
one video. But regardless, it was not gonna go too far because we didn't have the time. We really truly did not have the time and effort to create videos and all this.
It was not the time.
We didn't.
It really wasn't.
We didn't.
And the thing is
But,
that Fabu not wanting for us to talk about
exactly.
it.
But mainly, Fabu was not prepared at all to talk about it. She didn't want to talk about it, and we felt somehow for the first time we will always and remember we have said this somehow in every episode. We were always concerned, that Fabu would tap out one way or another. We don't switch things around, and we didn't want never Fabu to lose interest or anything what we were doing. And somehow for the first time, we felt that we could make that happen if we talk about therapy, if ADHD. Somehow we were going to make that happen. Our biggest fear, we're going to make it happen if we do not listen to Fabu or we open the door of talking about therapy and things like that, because for sure she will put a stop and she didn't want to be part of it, and she would see that as a negative. So quickly we listen and we say, okay, that's it. We leave it as that. So
Yeah.
we never went and closed that channel or anything like that. We only did one video. It's not that we erased it. We just leave it there and it is what it is, and we just continue. And we did our thing. Actually, I think it's still there.
Really?
Yeah, it is. It
yeah.
is.
Knowing you guys love to expose me to multiple things. Like recently, you guys made me expose me to Magic the Cards game that actually my brother plays. And I actually really enjoyed it. I thought I was not gonna like it. So, what made you push me out of my comfort zone at that time?
So we had learned thus far that every time we push you a little bit out of your comfort zone, you excel. We challenge you. It's a little struggle at the beginning of that transition, and then you take it and run with it. So we were just kind of like, okay, what would be the next step? We knew we wanted to continue in the gaming content creation area, but we just didn't know what it was going to be. And until we saw that there was the ability to go live, and at that point you had already had what you were calling fans, leaving comments and inviting you to kind of maybe even play together and whatnot. So we thought that the next challenge, which would have been a huge challenge, was to go live. So you would have the opportunity to engage with those fans that were leaving you messages constantly in that type of an environment.
Yeah, it's opening the door to areas that you were not exposed to. And like you said before, we always trying to bring something new and put you out of your comfort zone in order for you to keep performing better and better. Or it's always a little bit hard, as from Mom explained in the very beginning. But like she said, you always excel later on. You make it your own. And then we get these huge results. And somehow we believed that was already at that point part of the secret sauce, is to come out with something good, let you be okay with it, as like for you to decide, yes, I want to be part of it, and then let you be. There with you as a support in the very beginning, because it was going to be hard for you, but we knew, we had confidence already in you that you were going to excel in that. So we were like, okay, so she already has a humongous library, game library, when it comes to, VR, PC gaming, and especially in the Xbox and everything. We felt that, going to the route of gaming, that's the most, as we already obtained humongous results in that. But your library, it was a humongous library, especially with, the Game Pass already and all the thing with Xbox. We were like, this what we need to, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to go, and let's take it from there, and let's see how she performs. Yeah. Let's sit back and wait to see what's going to happen, and then we take it from there. We didn't know what was going to happen, but we needed to, open the door and see where you take it from there, and that's exactly what we did.
Our idea was that, our thinking was that going live would help you with, the ability to use your vocabulary more, as well as socialization. So we thought that it was a positive, and wanted to give it a try. And we thought that you were ready.
Sorry for interrupting, but what gave you the idea of live streaming?
It's a combination of a little of everything. Not only what I said before with, the whole library of gaming and everything, all the great results that we already got from gaming. We wanted to take you to the stream and put you out of your comfort zone, and from that moment we always have created video. It didn't matter if it was gaming, if it was IRL, it was video that ended up editing. But within that editing, there was 100 things that I was cutting. Obviously it went from the very first video, cutting 90% of everything or 99% of everything, to only cutting, little pieces later on. But I was editing a lot of things out of it. And we felt that live stream, because it's live stream, it was live.
It's the big boys.
You were gonna feel the pressure that this is live and there's no editing, and that would be the only way for us to put you there. It said, okay, now that comfort zone or level that, you're gonna edit this, is gonna be taken away.
It's gone.
For the occasion. Somehow it came from the idea or the strategy that we use when it comes to the IRL videos, that we went to do IRL and you were performing really good when you were in front of the camera, and were very social when you were in front of the camera. But when we took away the camera, you were not. So the strategy there was to put you in front of the camera, but somehow start taking away the camera and let you perform with the same level until you start performing that level of being so social without the camera, which later on paid off, and it did. It worked. So somehow we already had that experience, and we were like, okay, I think that we need to take it to live stream. We could do the same thing with live stream. We're going to put her in the spot saying, hey, this is not editing, you need to say what you need to say, and you need to be more, because like everything, somehow it gets to the point that you feel comfortable that you were making a video, and a lot of times
your mistakes would be edited.
You were feel comfortable making mistakes, and you didn't care. You were not trying hard enough. Not only that we needed to change, but we needed to push you for you to want it to change and put more of your part. And in our opinion, live streaming was going to do that. Put you in the spot. Once again, like I said before, put you in the spot. This is live. There's no editing. I'm not going to edit anything. So whatever it is you're going to say about the game, you have to say it now. And make sure that you're trying to say as correct as possible. It didn't have nothing to do about viewers, and if you're going to get viewers, and it didn't have anything to do with any of that. It just put you in the spot. Hey, this is live. Hey, this is what's going on. You're live. There's no editing. There's nothing. There's no recording. There's nothing. This is live. Let's go and see what happened. And that's exactly how it happened. We felt that you were ready based upon all this positive feedback that we already obtained from the teachers and everything, and your awesome performance that you had, publicly speaking. I believed that you were ready. FabuMom believed that you were ready. And we were like, okay, so this is, like, we cannot make another event of public speaking at school every week or anything like that. But we could make this an event on a daily basis. And that was live streaming. So for us, that was like great. It's a great idea. It's like pushing her to the limits in a daily basis. It's like somehow we saw like obtaining the great result the performance that you did in the auditorium, but every day.
Yeah.
That for us, that was like, oh my God, this is it. We need to do this.
Yeah.
If she perform in the same level and we get the same level of results, imagine having that in the daily basis. That result is going to be multiplied by 100 when it comes to,
Because you yourself felt so accomplished after that presentation in school that we were like, wow, if she gets to have that feeling every day, then this is
a job well done.
Exactly.
What was the challenge of live streaming? Just to make it clear.
The challenge of live streaming was, well, number one, that whatever it is that you said, there was no going back, changing it, editing it. You were right there live on the spot, and so mistakes couldn't be covered up, and it was real, like people commenting right there in real life.
Yeah, I think that the challenge is it's all that, and even though that we feel that you were ready, it was gonna, like I said before, take you out of the comfort zone and challenge you in every aspect in a daily basis. For you to the whole thing of knowing that there was no editing involved.
Which, by the way, the comments that were commenting, I was the one that was reading the chat, and Fabu did not have access to the chat. So even if they were saying something mean or rude, Fabu was not seeing it nor reading it. I would only transmit to her, read back to her the messages that were positive, that were encouraging, that were nice.
Yeah, from the very beginning, we took control, and we knew we needed to educate ourselves of the whole live streaming and how it's going to be and the terms and conditions and all that.
Because, by the way, at that time, which I know at this point right now, it sounds kind of crazy because I'm sure that right now at this point, YouTube is full of young kid gamers. But at that time, Fabu was the youngest girl gamer on YouTube.
Yes.
So that was huge in and of itself right there.
Yes. There was a bunch of the kids making videos, but not live streaming.
Oh, I feel like a boomer.
And she was the youngest live streaming at that point.
Girl gamer at that time.
And girl gamer at that point. And
so we had a lot of trolls.
So, yeah. So, for our surprise, we had a bunch of the people. But at the same time, within that bunch of people, we have a bunch of the trolls. The thing is, the Fabu was always concentrating. And until today, she concentrate only in the game, in the gameplay, and have fun. She doesn't have nothing to do with the chat. She doesn't read the chat. She don't read any comments. She don't interact with any of those things. She never had. And for us, that was a priority. For mom, control and do the whole moding. And I was made sure that to today somehow that the audio is good, the video is good. I'm doing the live stream, that everything is connected well, that everything is good, and I pay attention to Fabu's gameplay and assist her if she needs my help. And obviously at that moment I was next to her, like, hey, come on, you can do this, come on, do this. Or if she need any help in any game, I will give it to her. And then and a lot of times playing with her, because at the moment we don't want Fabu to play with anybody or anything like that, but we wanted to put her in a situation of being a live stream, so for her to feel somehow the pressure of, this is not going to be edited, I need to do my best here, I need to perform my best, this is not going to be edited, and I need to do this. So yeah, that was part of the challenges, but of the benefits.
For as long as I remember, I always remembered that when we live stream, we always have a schedule. Like, it could either be Retro Tuesday or Horror Friday. We just had a schedule. So now it's 5 to 7. When did we have a schedule and why?
We believe that we always have to be in a structure of time and structure. And you always function in, you function better when there's a schedule, a time and structure.
Yeah.
Right, FabuMom?
Yeah. And the schedule came from the idea of wanting to have her feel that she was doing something different every day. that it wasn't every day just the same thing. So that also helped in creating like a theme for each day. So I believe at that time it was like BFF Monday.
Yeah, the whole idea, because once again, we always have saying this, and I got to repeat myself for the 500 times. We always say this. We feel that we needed to always change things for Fabu and never Fabu to be bored of any particular thing, never, in order for the therapy never to end somehow. And so she could keep having the benefit of the therapy somehow while having fun and all that. That's being the main idea or the main goal from the very beginning. Do therapy, but without fun therapy without her realizing it.
Yeah.
And for her to be part of it and have fun with it, right? So we already knew that we had a humongous library of game, from the Game Pass and from games from Xbox, PC, VR, and everything. That and with the whole schedule structure, we believe that there's, in order for something to be sustainable in the longer period of time, because we already have. We already had experience that, Pokemon Go was this much. Roblox, it was that long. Minecraft was that long. So we didn't want to somehow go through the same route. We wanted to, how about if every day is something different? That something could be sustainable for months, for a long term. We don't have to worry about anything else. So how about if every day is a different thing? Every day is a different scenario. It's something different. So that's why we created, so what's going to be the BFF Monday? So BFF Monday is, somehow.
Yeah, because the BFFs were best Fabu fans.
Yes.
Hey.
So we say, let's do a BFF is best Fabu fans. So it's BFF Mondays.
So on that day, she would play with her BFFs, whatever game they wanted to play.
Yeah, and usually we would play Roblox in Mip City, just looking at people's houses.
And then Tuesday, it was Retro Tuesday. So we say Retro Tuesday. So Retro Tuesday is to play all games that Fabu never have played, and neither she has been exposed. But that was a way to expose Fabu to old games that she never has been exposed, and to have fun within that game.
Like BioShock,
things like that. Yeah. So that was the opportunity. And then
Wednesday.
And then Wednesday. It was I skipped that. Roblox Wednesday. That's true. So
skip Roblox
Wednesday. It was Roblox. Everybody loved Roblox. So sometimes they play Roblox on Monday, and then they play Roblox again on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So that was a different thing. So Roblox Wednesdays, and then was Thursday. Thursday was something I forgot. Super Thursday, it will be a game, because we always left that door always open. A game that Fabu would choose.
Yeah, it would actually
outside.
Be like a brand new game or whatever she wanted.
Whatever she wanted. So if she didn't want nothing to do with a BFF Monday, it's something open. So always she has a say. I wanted this day.
Yeah.
Do the Sims. Whatever it is that she wanted. So she always felt that, that she could do something else, and she didn't feel okay with that schedule, right? So that was that window that we left Thursday. And then Friday was Horror Friday. Which is something that she loved, and she always loved Horror Friday, where she plays scary games. And whatever scary games.
VR Saturday.
And then it was VR Saturday, because she liked VR, and we knew that she couldn't do VR more than once a week. So we didn't want to expose her to VR at that point more than just once a week for a short period of time. So we did VR Saturday. For sometimes we even did Sunday, which it was
Family Fun Day.
Yeah.
I can't believe you remember that.
So it was that and that day what we did for a period of time until we got tired of doing everyday stream. It was the three of us sitting in the couch playing with each other and chatting, and for Mom reading the chat and asking questions from the chat. And that was people that were there. We were like, oh my God, what are these people doing there? We never did this. Neither was the idea to have 50 viewers, 10 viewers, 100 viewers.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it was Fabulicious Fun Sunday.
Fabulicious Sunday, right?
Fabulicious Sunday.
So we never did it with that idea, but it was fun. It was cool when you see people were there, and the more that you had that schedule, people knew. People already knew. Hey, I see you. There was people that didn't want to play anything but
Except
Roblox.
Roblox, yeah.
So there was a lot of people. You would see Roblox. There was hundreds of people in the day that you do Roblox, and then the next day there was only like 5-10 people that just show up there because.
And then the ones that were really scared of scary games, so they would never dare. Show up
and then on Friday, oh my God, it's Horror Friday. I need to go. I don't like scary games. And then everybody disappears.
And they would show up just to say hi, and then they're like, "We're leaving." So
and for us, it was super awesome. It was fun. It was something new. Fabu loved it. Loved that schedule structure. She felt that she was doing always something different. And I think that it was a great idea. And actually, the result was freaking amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we're ready to answer some questions for the Fabu Army. Name one unexpected thing that happened from live streaming.
I can easily say that one unexpected thing that happened as a consequence of us live streaming was how it brought us even closer together as a family. It became, for me, the best part of my day. I look forward to ending my day of work to sit down with FabuDad and Fabu and just laugh and have a good time. Around. Like that time that we had to dedicate to therapy for Fabu became like therapeutic for us as a family.
We became closer.
I mean, we were close to begin with, but it just, I feel like our bond as a family became even stronger
and grew
while we were live streaming, and that was 100% unexpected because I never ever imagined that we would have even live streamed. We didn't know what live streaming was to begin with, and nor did I even believe ever that we were going to enjoy it as much as we did and have as much fun.
Let's remember that was the very first time when that happened that we went to do live streaming, and the very beginning of us later on streaming as a family, because at that moment we never thought, and we just explained what was the thought and the and the thinking process to do live streaming and how we were gonna push the boundaries where Fabu and put her in the position to live streaming and all those things. We never thought that live streaming is gonna be the three of us and a camera laid on singing rock band. We never ever thought that was gonna happen. It was gonna never. No. It was just as always. It always has been about Fabu, and it was just Fabu, and even the live streaming that we did with Fabu. Yes, FabuMom was controlling the chat. Fabu was in the camera, but I was right next to Fabu and the camera, and I was controlling everything else. But never imagined that later on the three of us were going to be in a camera and the three different cameras playing and doing the same thing. It never crossed our mind. And we at that moment we were having so much fun. As FabuMom said, at that moment we were not even in camera and doing all that, and we were already having fun. It was already super awesome for our family at the very beginning. Or for our family to get together at a specific time, and we were not recording. It was something that it took 2, 3, 4, 5 hours that we were streaming, because for us the streaming was just having fun. So it didn't matter. It was 3, 4, 5 hours. Yeah. We were just playing, laughing. Fabu doing her thing, and FabuMom was always active because she was always, as she controlled the chat and everything, she was the connection between the chat and Fabu. So when it was a game like Roblox and things like that, question that it had anything to do with Fabu, she would ask Fabu and she would reply, and so on. So it was great. It was the very beginning of something that later on we developed turned out to something else, and it was. Even took it to a different level. Then we're gonna talk about that in season 2. To the next level, and Mixer. starting in Twitch actually, and then later on develop in a wider, where we went, number one family stream on Mixer, and it was like FabuMom said, it was awesome.
Good times.
It was awesome.
Now no one knows what Mixer is.
It started at that moment, and without us noticing, we did something somehow. We
Magical.
were doing something as a therapy for Fabu, and ended up being therapy for us.
For the whole family. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
So the therapy was not just for Fabu. I think that the therapy was for us as we fall somehow through the whole therapy when it came to live streaming. That's why for us live streaming, it became so special, because we were part of the therapy. Because streaming, it was not just Fabu. It became
all of us.
All of us.
Yeah.
And that took a different route completely. It took a different route, which once again, we're going to talk about this in season 2, because there was a lot of positives.
Teaser.
But there were setback too. There were setback and negative things that we realized later on, and we're going to share that with you in season
And
2.
sacrifice we had to do.
And a lot of sacrifices.
We only named one. So
a lot of sacrifices that we needed to do for every aspect, including Fabu, of course. So yeah.
And that's a wrap, everyone. Yep. That's a wrap. Woo woo. End of season 1. Let's go.
End of season 1 already?
Yeah.
This is this is the end of season 1. Just Fabu interviewing us. Now you're gonna see in different in the upcoming 5 episode, it's gonna be Fabu interviewing different members of the Fabu family, the Fabu army, that they had struggled with some type of a learning disability from ADHD to different, and she's gonna be interviewing them how they cope with their learning disability using games or video games or any type of content creation as a form of therapy. Because you could actually be a musician or be a singer or be a painter and still doing therapy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you could use that as a form of therapy, and it would be awesome for those people to
know they're not alone.
To know that not only they're not alone, but at the same time giving the outlet through our podcast to let others know, as we letting people know how we were able to find a great, awesome way to do therapy with Fabu and obtaining these great results. And maybe they obtain great results with their strategy that they have made for themselves, and share that, because in the end, that's what it's all about. Yes. It is sharing, the positive results and somehow educating others with the negative. We want to hear both. The positive as a learning, but at the same time, the negatives too, as not what to do. We want to know what to do and what not to do. So it's not about the great things, but we're not going to talk about the bad things. No, we should talk about the bad things too, because we want to know what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's all been unicorns and rainbows when, there was real stuff, like bad stuff actually happened too, like sacrifices, and not everything turned a great result as well too. Yeah. So, but that's season 1, everyone.
We had some hurdles,
Yeah, yes. Season 1.
Some bumps.
Well,
great.
It's good. We made it to the end of season 1.
You could see another thing, people, like from the very beginning of this season of this podcast. Is something that we wanted to do for a long time, and we finally started. And you can see the difference from the very first video that you could see edited to this one, the very last video of when it comes just the 3 of us. You see the differences. And for season 2, there's gonna be a lot more different things, and so it's all evolve. We keep evolving for the best
and improving
and improving and
it's
improving
so funny
and
because
improving
evolving in Pokemon.
and improving. If I was still stuck.
I'm still stuck. It's funny because we were talking about Pokemon and we're evolving to a shiny Pokemon.
Oh, are we evolving to a shiny? I'm gonna be a shiny
I'm gonna be
FabuDad.
shiny.
FabuMom is gonna be a shiny FabuMom.
FabuMom.
Yeah.
And then Fabu is gonna be a shiny Fabu.
I'll be Mewtwo.
You could be a shiny Fabu.
No,
You don't want to be just Fabu. You want to be a shiny Fabu.
I'm gonna be shiny Fabu. Yeah, shiny Fabu. Yeah, guys. And my power is gonna be Red X.
Red X.
Red X.
All right.
Wow, let's go. I'm the blue circle.
Thank you, FabuMom and FabuDad, for being amazing this whole season. And yeah. And
Thank
this
you.
amazing
Thank you
episode.
for having us.
Yes, thank you.
I want to add
feel so
something.
honored.
I want to add something to this last episode. If you look for the very first episode, Fabu was not, interviewing somehow us. It was like the three of us somehow talking, and it was a different thing. And this last episode,
We evolved.
Fabu are more in charge of the questioning, and she has developed this question herself. And the way that she introduced the question and everything. So this podcast himself has been a therapy, a therapeutical tool
Absolutely.
for Fabu that it has helped her in many things. Like always that we do, this podcast himself have been a humongous, huge therapeutic tool for Fabu. And she has done it once again great to the max. She has exceeded, like always, everything. She has performed flawless. I mean, with the creation of the questions, the interaction,
With
the
FabuMom
intro, the outro, how she has done.
This was definitely a challenge for her.
This was taking.
This is a challenge.
It was a challenge. Fabu never has done this type of interview or any of that. She never, like always, we always trying to push Fabu and take her out of her comfort zone and things like that. And she always welcome those challenges, and she always, take it out of the park. She's amazing, and I'm so proud of her. So
Yes.
Yeah, I pretend like I'm David Letterman.
so I want to say to Fabu that I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank
what
you.
you have achieved, and this season 1. I cannot wait for season 2, and what Fabu is gonna be doing. What I could tell to everybody out there that season 2 is gonna be even better, and expect the unexpected with Fabu.
Absolutely.
And
What's that supposed to mean?
That you're gonna kill it.
that you gotta keep
so
doing
much better.
what you always do. Is we're gonna keep pushing Fabu out of her comfort zone. That's something we're gonna continue to do.
Yeah. Next week they're
And-
gonna try to make me play anime games.
No, and
No.
and always, and I'm pretty sure that Fabu always gonna, do her thing and always deliver even better result that we always expected. So yeah, once again, I just wanna say that we're so proud of Fabu.
Yeah.
And
And
we
thank
love
you guys.
very much.
I love you too, guys. Love you too. I want to give a huge thanks to our sponsors of this podcast, Turtle Beach, Rock and G. You guys are awesome, and thank you for sticking with us till the end of this season. And I will hope you will be our sponsors till the second season. Yeah.
By the way, I wanted to add there that it's confirmed Turtle Beach and Rocket will be a sponsor for season 2.
Woo, let's go.
Coming soon.
peace. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and will join me in the next episode where we're going to be interviewing a guest from the Fabu Army, where we're going to be talking about how they overcame their learning disability through gaming. And don't forget, you can access all the previous episodes from FabuRocksPodcast.com. And like always, just be yourself, because that is
Fabulicious!
woo woo. Bye.
Bye.
I hope. Everybody. No? Okay.
I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you.
No? Okay.
Bro.